Hello all, welcome. Today we are going to discuss about linear programming. Now this topic is of utmost importance because in a practical application we can see that linear programming is being used in almost all spheres of life. Let it be marketing, let it be product formulation, let it be advertising, let it be human resources, whether it is finance. Wherever you go, even in operations, you find the applications of linear programming. And at the same time, this topic is goes little difficult for some of them out there. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, simple as possible. So here we begin. Let's begin with the history. Now, there were a lot of things that were invented and discovered during World War II. Linear programming was also for the first time introduced at the time of World War II. Now, why was it used? Now, what is the relevance of linear programming in World War II? We'll explain like this. Now, this was actually the inception of linear programming was happened by a scientist called Leonid Kantrovich, now who was a Russian. Now, it was developed during World War II to plan expenditures and returns in order to reduce the cost of the army and to increase the losses imposed on the enemy. Okay, so you can see there are some sort of catches that you get from here. It was actually to reduce the cost as well as to increase the losses. There was some sort of increase, proportionality and linearity happening here. Okay, so we will try to understand what does the word linear and programming stands for. And the word linear is used to describe the relationship between variables which are directly proportional. Now let's take an example like if you're producing cakes and at the same time your profit is getting doubled. The production of the cake and the profit is directly proportional. At the same time, the word programming means planning of activities in a manner that achieves some optimal results with available resources. Now, within the available resources, you're getting maximum. That is what you mean by programming. Now, the program is optimal if it maximizes or minimizes some measure or criterion of the effectiveness. It may be profit, it may be contribution, sales, cost, whatsoever. So, these are the word linear programming is a combination of linear as well as programming, which means as what I have just explained right now. So in short, we can say that linear programming is a mathematical technique for determining the optimal allocation of resources and obtaining a particular objective subject to restrictions called constraints. Okay, so what I said right now is that a linear programming is a mathematical technique. Of course, we understand linear programming is coming under mathematical arena. And for understanding or determining the optimal allocation of resources. So you need to allocate optimal. Now, what do you mean by optimal? It is the maximum within the constraints. The maximum that we can give is what is known as optimal. So we are trying to understand the maximum within the constraints, the optimal allocation of resources that we can do with getting an objective. There will be an objective. So satisfying the objective, what is the maximum result that we can get? At the same time, keeping into mind the restrictions or the constraints. So this is what is meant by linear programming. Okay, so in linear programming, you basically find three different key terms. The first key term is decision variable. Now, what do you mean by a decision variable? A decision variable basically refers to an economic or physical quantity. It could be an economic quantity or it could be a physical, something that is real, something that you can see and touch, which are competing with each other for sharing the given limited resources. Okay, so in course of time, you'll automatically understand what is a decision variable. Just try to understand what is the objective definition of these key terms. Now, what do you mean by objective function? Now, objective function of a linear programming problem is a linear function of the decision variable that is expressing the objective of the decision maker. So objective function tries to state the objective of the decision maker. Now, objective of the decision maker could be either to maximize the profit, or it could be to minimize the cost. So usually the linear programming problems usually be a maximization problem or minimization problem. That is what is the objective of the person who is devising the linear programming is. And constraints. The third key variable is constraints. Now, what do you mean by constraint? It is just the literal meaning of word constraint. Constraint means some stumbling blocks, some cuts. Now, it could be some restrictions that is placed on the firm by the operating environment stated in the linear relationship of the decision variable. So, three key terms of the model components are the decision variables, you have the objective function, and you have the restrictions or the constraints. Now, what are the basic characteristics of linear programming? The basic characteristics is definitely there will be alternative course of action. There will be 2 to 3 alternative course of action. You have to find the best one. Now, you can represent this using the decision variables, and the problem has a bigger goal. You have to achieve something. At the same time, that goal is expressed using objective functions, and you will have restrictions or constraints. The biggest characteristic is that objectives and the constraints are defined by a linear relationship, which means when one increases, the other increases. There will be a linear relationship that is happening between these two objectives and constraints. Now, what are the limitations? Now, even though linear programming has a lot of applications, it is subject to limitations, like it is applicable only to problems where the constraints and the objectives are linear. If it is not linear, or if it is a complex function, you cannot apply linear programming. Now, you do not take uncertainties into consideration. When you do linear programming, you feel like there is no uncertainty, there is no time restrictions and all. But here, in reality, you can understand that there are a lot of unprecedented activities that happen. At the same time, it is time bound in real time. Now, linear programming deals only with single objective, whereas in real life situations, they may have multiple objectives. Now, there is no guarantee whether you get an integer value. No, that is what in reality what happens is, in some cases, number of men, machine, a non-integer value is meaningless. So what happens is, like in linear programming, you cannot always say that you should get an integer value. Okay, so these are the limitations of linear programming. The basic two advantages of linear programming is it helps decision makers to use their productive resources very efficiently. So within the limited resources that they have, they can maximize their profit, or they can minimize their cost, or whatever. And the decision-making approach of the user becomes more objective. Now, rather than being very subjective or very, very wordy enough, you can be very precise as what is the approach that the decision maker is trying to use. Okay, so we just try to summarize. What I was trying to say is what you mean by linear programming, and it was the inception of linear programming that happened during World War II. And what does the word linear and programming means? Then we spoke about what are the three different keywords or the model components. That is the decision variable, you have the objective function, as well as you have the constraints. Then we spoke about the characteristics, the major advantages and the limitations of linear programming model. This is just the basics. Now, in the coming webinars, we'll discuss about how to formulate a linear programming, further which we'll discuss about the simplex method of solving the linear programming problems. So keep watching. Thank you.